the doctor diagnosed something that I really just wanted to hear. I should have said this, I shouldn't have cried. What if they misunderstood me? What if I've ruined everything? Okay, this video is personal for you and me both. I recently went through one of the biggest heartbreaks of my life. And no, it's not a boyfriend breakup because boyfriend तो exist ही नहीं करता है. But this heartbreak was worse. It felt more personal and it hurt me more because it was that kind where you thought something would go one way. You were mentally prepared for it. You trusted it so much. And then it went completely opposite in the farthest direction you'd ever imagine. And that moment really hits you. You react, you say something, you do something, you maybe cry, and then you over-explain. And then comes the real villain, overthinking. Just you overthinking. The sleepless nights, the I wish I hadn't reacted like that. I should have said this differently. Why did I do that? And the same scene replaying in your head again and again and again. And you know what the worst part is? Life doesn't even look that bad from the outside. It's just us who've made the situation more worse. For me, I genuinely thought that 2026 would be my year. I mean, didn't all of us? Didn't you see these Mulank videos? Apparently, every Mulank is going to be successful if they work hard. But how do you work hard when you don't even know where to put your energy, what to focus on, what matters the most, and what doesn't? Because so much of your energy is already gone in just overthinking. Well, overthinking doesn't let you fail, but it doesn't let you even rest either. It just keeps you stuck. And a lot of times we feel that overthinking is maybe a weakness. But in this video, I'm going to tell you how to use overthinking to use it as a strength. And before you think that overthinking is just a me problem, well, let me tell you, this happens to the best of founders, the best of employees, the best of freelancers, and people dealing with clients, people dealing with friendships, people dealing with family, people dealing with themselves, and people dealing with relationships. Hush. You lie down to rest and then your brain goes like, I should have said this, I shouldn't have cried. What if they misunderstood me? What if I've ruined everything? And then when it comes to work, you finish one task and then immediately you think about the next that you've not done. And maybe you think like, I overthink too much, I'm not too confident, maybe something is wrong with me. And that story is very dangerous. So let me say this very clearly, and you need to listen to this very carefully. You're not weak, you're not incapable, and you're not broken. What you're experiencing is not a flaw. It's a mismanaged strength, as I already mentioned. So how do you use this as your strength and how do you use it for your own self? Well, overthinking, you need to understand that it does not come from confusion. It comes from anticipation. Your brain is actually designed to look ahead, scan risks, predict outcomes, protect you, and that's not anxiety by default. It's a future-oriented brain just doing its job normally. But the problem starts when nobody teaches you where to stop. So it keeps on looping, checking, preparing, and then it doesn't become something that you enjoy because somewhere your brain learned this equation that staying alert is staying safe. And then you think that by you overthinking, you're trying to keep yourself safe. But when this runs for years, something very subtle happens. You stop questioning the pattern and then you start questioning yourself. You go from I think deeply to I think too much, and that slowly kills self-trust. Well, let's understand how this shows up in work and life. You don't struggle with your ideas. You struggle with choosing one idea. You don't lack ambition. You hesitate because you see the consequences. You delay starting, posting, committing to something, and from the outside, it looks like procrastination. But from inside, it feels like a responsibility you don't want to take. And that gap between who you are and what you're doing, it becomes exhausting. And that's where imposter syndrome lives. That's where identity crisis is born. And no, I don't have this figured out either. I went through this recently and it happens to me time and again too. But if you're watching this, let me tell you, I'm aware. And I work on myself and I've found a solution. So I'm making this video to help you with the solution that helped me. And here's what actually helped me. Well, let me tell you, I still overthink a lot. But one thing I changed long back is when I overthink. I do not overthink before taking the first step. I overthink afterwards. My rule is very simple. Write down pros and cons, and if the pros are even 1 point more, I act. And that's how I made some of the biggest decisions of my life. Buying a Mercedes, The pros were 1 point more, and then I acted on it. Opening a big office when the logic said, not now. Pros were 2 points more, and I acted on it. And yes, after paying, I overthought like crazy. What if the finances don't match up? What if I mess this up? What if I'm taking a wrong decision? But the overthinking happened after the movement. Because once you move, reality gives you data. And data calms the mind more than imagination ever will. It's that simple. Well, let me tell you a recent story that happened. And let me end this video with this thing. So during this heartbreak phase, when everything felt like it was crashing, I started questioning my life, my decisions, my body, my face, my confidence. And I suddenly decided I needed a transformation. So one of the things I thought was, I'll get braces and I'll change everything about myself. Everyone around me said I did not need it. Even my parents. Even outside the doctor's clinic, my mom was on the call telling me not to go in and do not do this to yourself. And I told her, Mama, I've decided I'm going inside. Even if I don't do it, I need clarity more than regret. And you will not believe what the doctor diagnosed. It was exactly what I wanted to hear. And sometimes I think that what if I wouldn't have taken that first step and gone to the doctor and actually spoken to him? And that's where I regained the confidence. That overthinking stopped because the data was with me. And that imagination could have never helped me with this. So here's something I want you to learn from this video. Overthinking after action gives clarity, but overthinking before action only gives fear. Overthink. I'm not telling you not to overthink, but just overthink after the movement, after you've acted on something that you're actually thinking of doing. So if you're stuck right now, remember this. Take the first step. Write the pros and cons. If the pros are even 1 point more, then move. Fix it later, correct it later, but don't freeze. Because once your mind feels understood and directed, it stops screaming. You don't become quieter, you become clearer. And if this felt like your story, stay with me. Subscribe and like, because we are going to go deeper into identity, decision making, confidence, and leadership without any fake motivation. There's going to be exactly the steps that I do to help take decisions in my life and be the little successful in the things that I wanted to do in my life. I'm 27, and I hope even if this video can help one person watching this, I want you to comment and let me know so that I don't overthink whether I should be making such videos or not, and whether this is helping you or not. So thank you so much. So before going, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because there's so much that I've worked on and so many things I've learned from my own story that I'd like to share. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.